Peace, peace. Test 1 2 1 2. All right. It's Kamala Harris for our people. Where's the proof? Where's the beef? It's Kamala Harris for our people. When I say our, the people that she claims to be. Is she for our people? If so, where's the proof? I really want to talk about this subject because I'm seeing it's going to become a hot topic, hot button issue, a very emotionally based, emotionally hot subject. So why not get into it? It's Kamala Harris, now that she's the Democratic presidential nominee, is she for our people? Marcus, peace. I see you. Is Kamala Harris for our people? If so, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Is that a valid question? I see a very emotional gender and that I don't want to say the wrong word, struggle. Another word for struggle that starts with a W and ends with a R. I see a gender struggle, a feminist gender struggle of the sisters brewing like never before. And it's going to come down to um, who you believe in, what you feel, emotions, estrogen, that whole thing, that whole power, liberation, struggle movement. And I want to know if y'all are feeling, since y'all into feelings, are y'all feeling Kamala Harris? Is she your sister? Is she your sister girl? Is she the one that y'all gonna rally behind and believe in this time? She's different. Like Obama was Obama more? Let me see what time. 2:03. Was Obama more authentic this than Harris? Is Obama more authentic? Because he did 8 years, and was he for our people? Was he for our people? Did Obama step up and say anything specific for us? And the subject of reparations. What's more important to us than reparations? Not affirmative action, not DEI or inclusion in something in an inclusion. No, same way that we understand APAC and Israel is super serious. You can't play around with them. Everybody that gets in office seems like they understand that they must address Israel and the Jewish allies issues and security and support financially, militarily, and everywhere and otherwise, business, corporate. And they pledge every year or every term, they pledge billions strictly for this separate state and territory that we call our allies, Israel, based on what Israel is identified as being a Jewish state. Jewish means religion or a race. They actually say it's a race. So based on that proof and that logic, is Kamala Harris for our people? Is she our people? Is she our people? Is she for our people? Is Barack Obama our people? Was he for our people? What is our people? When we say black, are we just talking about just across the board? Or are we talking about a specific experience of of North America, the descendants of slaves of North America specifically. That's what reparations are about, right? If you paid the Japanese reparations for putting them in concentration camps or internment camps or whatever was going on, before and after they dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, then that's specific. You know how to specifically identify who you're talking about. The Native Americans who were ravaged and conquered and dealt whatever injustices that was dealt to them, they was identified specifically. You didn't mix up Japan and what Japan needed, or with what the Native Americans needed. You didn't just have a lift act for all of them and just you're just gonna take care of all of them, because if you help one, you help all of them. You don't do that with APAC. So why would you do that with your people, especially if you're one of us, if you're like us, unless they not like us? Did that make sense? Am I making sense? Is Kamala Harris for our people? If so, where's the proof? Where's the proof? She had 4 years to show it. In 2019, she went on a Breakfast Club with Charlemagne, and Charlemagne asked her easily. He asked her, "Do you support some form of reparations for our people?" And then, she said, yeah, she was talking about the Lift Act, and because of disparities in voting and something like reparations don't have nothing to do with voting. We're not talking about voting. We're talking about what you know that you have been doing and are doing right now for the people that of the husband that you married to, a white European Ashkenazi, Jewish man. So you know exactly, how to be specific. So it's not about some form of reparations. No, the full form of reparations. What you know? What is a lift act when you don't play that with APAC? You don't play that with Israel. We're going to do a lift act. No, you're going to say, I pledge to Israel $38 billion within the next, over the next 10 years. You're going to tell them that. You're not going to say we got some kind of lift act that I got to make it sound like it's doing something for everybody. No, you go tell them directly what you're going to do for them. You don't mix nobody else's problems and struggles and disparities up with them and theirs. You go to them and speak to them directly and tell them exactly what you're going to do for them, what you're going to give to them, what you pledge to them. But when it comes to your people, if you're like us, unless you're not like us, then you have, sidewinding, non-direct answers. Like, you can't tell us what you're going to do for us, what you're going to give to your own people, and you've been the vice president for 4 years, the second most powerful leader of the free world, and you couldn't tell us that. You couldn't even speak on it. You can't, let alone did you do something. I'm saying, where is the proof? Where's the proof? So who is qualified? Who will you even listen to? Like somebody said, with Trump, I got it actually on video. Well, Trump said he wasn't for reparations. Like, no, he didn't say he wasn't for reparations. He said, I don't support Trump. I don't vote. I have not voted. That's why I don't have a dog in the fight, but that's why I can lay things out this way. Because nobody hit me over the head to vote for Trump. They hit me over the head to vote for other people, right? That Malcolm told us a long time ago in the 60s was the fox in the hen house. The wolf say the wolf was Trump. So we see the wolf. We know, his agenda, because he letting you know his agenda based on his temperament. You see him, you see he hungry or whatever. If this is just an example. But the wolf has a far less successful catch rate lamb chop on his plate rate than the fox does, because the fox, don't run in packs like that. The fox look like he's smiling, real temperament, wagging his tail, smaller, and the fox get up next to you, and his success rate with lamb chops and chicken meat is A1. So I'm saying all that to say, um, if there's no proof that she's for us or one of us, I mean, what is the proof? To me personally, who you choose as a spouse, this is for me personally, this is my personal opinion and my personal view. Whoever you choose as your spouse says the most about your loyalties, where your loyalties are. If you was for us and about us really that heavily as a woman, because it's different to me. This is just my opinion. If you a man and you choose other than your own, if you're, a melanated man, you choose other than your own, you're still the head by nature. You're still the head. You're still dominant. You know what I'm saying? You're really by nature kind of like the law, the head of the house, head of the castle, whatever. So you don't conform as a man. You don't conform to your wife unless you are, simp or whatever. But naturally, you don't. But if you a woman and you a melanated woman and you marry or you get with somebody of an opposite hue, opposite genetics, then the nature of a woman is to reflect and to submit, reflect, and conform to her husband. So you start taking on the characteristics, they start taking on the ideologies, the beliefs, you start, locking your mind and your aim and your purpose on with your husband. It's not the other way around. The husband don't lock onto your purpose or your program. The wife locks onto her husband's purpose and program. So what made you even choose, we're not slaves to our feelings. We're not slaves to love. It's like, well, he's just who I fell in love with. No, we in total control of everything we choose. No such thing as it just Cupid just shot me and I couldn't control it. No, we can control everything we do. So I see a gender, I see a melanin gender struggle. W A R, you know, have to wait. I see it. I see that on the horizon, brewing like never before. Feminism is going to jump off the roof. It's going to explode, and I'm talking about melanated. This is going to drive a, a deeper wedge between. Unfortunately, I believe it's going to drive a deeper wedge between the brothers and the sisters, and the relationship bond between the brothers and the sisters, and is unfortunately probably going to make our sisters a bullseye. I got to talk in code language for people that support the orange man. People that support the orange man they already felt a certain kind of way about all these sisters that was leading the charge as the DAs and attorney generals and these lawyers and these judges and these politicians that was get the orange man out of here. Yeah, we got the orange man out of here. Yeah, we got the orange man indicted. Yeah, we got the orange man impeached. Yeah, we got the orange man convicted of 34 such and such. And then it wasn't a melanated woman, but it was one of Trump's own women that's the leader of the Secret Service. That's the director of the Secret Service that allowed that attempt that just happened. So it don't look good at all for what I see coming over the horizon for our sisters that wanted to jump out there with they capes and they pom poms and they, being soldiers uh, in business that's not really there, in a fight that's not really theirs. But somebody inspired our sisters with money, whoever controls media, whoever controls corporate positions in corporate America, whoever controls the ability to give political power, American political system. Whoever's behind that is who put this particular battery in our sisters' back. And they don't. I'm not saying all of our sisters, but the ones that's on that page that seem to ignore what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's history is against your own men, your own brothers, your own fathers, your own sons, your own nephews. What Harris's part that she played in destroying your men, your males, your boys. If you're this, if you're this. So the history certainly proves that she wasn't for us. History proved that she wasn't for us. But then the most recent history of the last 4 years, when you're in position now. So when she was on Breakfast Club, Charlemagne, this is 2019, Charlemagne asked her a real weak version of, do you support some form of reparations? And she said, yeah, that's the first time I heard her talking about her LIFT. Yeah, I'm in act. I have the LIFT Act. I have this plan called the LIFT Act, and all boats, something like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then a year later, the black girl on Griot, the black sister on Griot, asked her directly, a real, one of us asked her, do you support reparations for black people? Straight up. Do you, Kamala Harris, support reparations? Like, what reparations? She didn't go weak like Charlemagne. Do you support some form of like you giving her an out? Like, why are you giving her an out? Make her answer the question. You know what I'm saying? When Hillary Clinton and Obama was debating, she put Obama on the hot seat talking about, do you support Farrakhan? I see that Farrakhan, something like that, Farrakhan like endorsed you or said that you was a good guy, and then he had to throw Farrakhan all the way under the bus. But we can't ask Kamala Harris directly. Charlemagne couldn't ask her directly at that time. Maybe he will now. At that time, he couldn't ask her directly. Do you support reparations? Just like that strong sister asked her directly. Like, sisters know sisters. Like, they ain't gonna let you slide because you look light skinned or you pretty or you whatever. Like, sisters be on your head. Like, nah, I ain't really, you ain't gonna run no charm on me. I don't want nothing from you, homegirl. So do you support, you claiming this as HBCU, AKA business? Do you support reparations for black people? Got at her straight, like a real sister. And then her first words is, listen. Like, anytime somebody hits you with that, like, listen. She said the same thing to Charlemagne. Look. Like, what do you mean, look, listen? I asked you a question. I'm quiet. I asked you directly. I didn't interrupt you. We didn't previously talk about this. Like, you got to keep reminding me. Listen, like I told you 5 times already. Or look, like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not over talking you. Why are you starting off your answer with look or listen? Did I offend you? Did I irritate you with that question? I don't have the right to ask you that question. You hitting me with attitude. You doing all kind of bobbing and weaving. Like, damn. I ain't never seen you do that with AIPAC. I ain't never seen you do that with Israel. Nobody, no representatives of Israel. No, like even hitting them with the inflections of the voice and all that. Like, what? You got the heart to, like, that's what you think about us, right? I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here. Why you got that kind of funky little energy? Where you learn that at? I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm only gonna do something to benefit Black people. No, she ended with no. That's the answer. The question was, do you support reparations? Not some form of reparations. Do you support reparations for Black people? And then you talking about your Lift Act and this and that. And look, we got Jim Crow and 30 years, 200 years of slavery, and there is racism. And like, that wasn't the question. I didn't ask you, is there racism in America? Is this a post-racial? Nobody asked you that. Do you support reparations like you support reparations for your husband's people for the last 76 years? That's all we asking. It's an easy question. You scared to say yeah? Why are you scared to say yeah? Why would any Black presidential or vice presidential candidate or whatever be scared to say yeah? Who you scared of? Who you scared of running off or support for you drying up? Wow, that's a crime to say that I'm for reparations. We just been giving Ukraine reparations, or whatever we giving them. We just been giving Israel. Like I read earlier on an IG live. I'm a member of the nation, and since 1930, the nation, 94 years, nation been in existence. And on the back page of what the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe on the Final Call newspaper, it says what the Muslims want, what the Muslims believe, right? On the what we want page, number 4 says, we want, in short, for the descendants of slaves to be, we want our own separate state and territory, with fertile and minerally rich land, 8 to 10 states if it's going to be here in America with an outlet to the sea for trade and commerce. And we say that we believe that the former slave masters are obligated to support us in this separate state and territory for 20 to 25 years until, we able to produce our own and support our own. Well, America has been doing this for Israel for 76 years. 76. So we saying no more than 25 years. They've been doing it for 76 years. 3 times as long. We could have been long out of their hair. We could have been long out of America's hair, for just going with the 25 years. They've been taking our tax dollars, our descendant of slaves tax dollars, and doing that for Israel for 76 years. 76 years. You easily could have did that for 1/3 of the time for us, 25 years, and we'd have been out your hair, Miss Vice President. Is not that reasonable? That's not reasonable. You not immediately find billions of dollars, multiple billions of dollars for Ukraine. Where did Ukraine even come from? What did that got to do with anything? Ukraine. Am I tripping? Am I lying? Am I, hating? Like, what I'm saying? So is she for our people? If so, where's the proof? You couldn't say nothing before you was running in 2019 and 2020, but once you actually got in the seat of the second most powerful person in the free world, you couldn't have said nothing. Like Obama didn't say he was the most powerful, according to you, because y'all believe that the U.S. presidency is the most powerful, but he was the most in the most powerful seat for 8 years. He didn't say nothing. He didn't do nothing. He gave us some cricket phones, some cell phones or something. Like, what did he do for reparations? Well, I know he had a part in deleting Gaddafi. That Gaddafi was putting billions behind our reparations. He didn't owe it to us. He was trying to give us billions, the whole wealth of Libya. He was trying to put behind us, the descendants of slaves in North America. And he was putting Minister Farrakhan as the one that deputizing him to be that person to do it for us here. And they froze, they denied the first billion, but he was trying to start it off with $1 billion. denied it, froze it, and not long after that, our brother, President Obama, with the help of Biden and Hillary, deleted um, Gaddafi, our best friend in Africa, the one that was putting together the African Union, that had the Green Book that pledged and proved his loyalty to us in North America, his long lost brothers, as he called us. And that's what your camp did, you know what I'm saying, to us. That's how they feel about us. But unfortunately, I see all out, full blown gender, melanated gender struggle, feud, the other word that starts with a W. And they're going to become such a target, but then you have already, I'm not saying all, but the ones that fall in is you're going to get so much in your feelings and you're going to feel like, well, the brothers is there for Trump. Our men is for Trump. They tripping like because, they relate to Trump and all his felonies and all of his, toxic masculinities and all of that, the black males is trying to relate to him because the black males is tripping. So we're gonna side over here with these liberals, with these democratic liberals, the ones that can own and control that bag, and we're gonna go for ours against whatever our brothers is going through. Not knowing that you're making yourself the brand new Target for the furious supporters of the Orange Man, the furious supporters of the Orange Man, the heavily, heavily equipped militia, survivalists, ready to secede from the Union, Texas-minded followers of the Orange Man. That even if Kamala was to win, oh my Lord! And then if you already done, spit on your brothers, your own men, who do you think is going to protect you? Who is going to protect our sisters that was that bold to want to cheerlead for this particular, demon or whatever, against their own men and their own men's advice and their own men's wisdom about who our real enemies are and warfare and survival? You think that the accolades and the money and the status or whatever is going to protect you from unrest or civil war or whatever would pop off, if things go the way you want them to go, as though this was your fight. No, our fight as the descendants of slaves, as the Hebrews, is to separate, not integrate into Pharaoh and the Egyptians' processes and systems or whatever. No, separate like the Israel did, like the white Ashkenazi Jewish victims of the Holocaust did. Separate. They didn't try to come here and mix with us. They didn't try to stay over there and mix with the Germans. No, they said we need our own separate state and territory based on our race and based on our suffering. Based on our suffering because of our race. And America and the United Nations agreed with that. Now, if we say it, why is that so unreasonable? Why is that some separatist or we, HATE these people or what? Well, don't it seem like the Ashkenazi, the Jewish people from Germany, don't it seem like they HATE'd their German brothers that did that to them? We ain't got to use that language, but they didn't want to be with them no more. They wanted to separate, right? Now, who has a longer history of dysfunctional, not being able to live in peace and mass deletions, them or us? We got like 400 and some years of it. They had what? However many years under Adolf. So if you're saying well, that's not just because that's they not do that land just because of the Adolf thing. Okay, what did they do it? It's due to them because of what? Some years old or 1,000-year-old biblical prophecy. So you saying that this is spiritual? This is biblical? Really? Who's the original Semites then? Who are the original Hebrews? Why is that state run by Netanyahu, Bibi Netanyahu? Why is it not an original melanated black Jew that's the leader and the ruler of that has the natural rights to that land? We're the Semitic people. Semitic means Afro-Asiatic languages. And we know languages don't create themselves. Languages are created by Afro-Asiatic people. Afro-Asiatic, not European, migrant, whatever. Not people that converted to the original's way of life. We're the original. So why is the 9.4 million people population in Israel majority white Ashkenazi? Why is all the people in power white Jewish people? Why ain't they the original Hebrews? Right? It's just something. I'm just asking questions to try to find out when Kamala Harris married her husband, did she identify him as that? Like, did she take on his mentality, his belief system? Because I think she said they had a Jewish wedding and they yelled Mazel Tov or something like that, right? Or multi-faith. I don't know. She said something like that, but he's your husband. He's your head. You got with him to be your head. You know his belief as a Jewish person. You know his Jewish laws of marriage. He's your head. He's your head. You might be the head of the free world, but he's your personal head. So by default, he's the leader of the free world and your husband. And you chose to marry somebody that that's his spiritual belief system. That's his marriage law system, belief and understanding. You agreed with that. So you know what you signed up for. Why didn't you marry a black Jew? Why didn't you marry an indigenous original Hebrew? You not like us? So you don't like us? They not like us. They do not like us. They do not like us. Girl, I'm out here in these streets. In these streets. I'm in these Hampton these streets. But yeah, man. So I see this anger stirring. I see, our sisters being used by this particular individual to stir up feminism and melanated feminism to an all-time high. Melanated feminism is about to hit an all-time high. And it's going to be to the detriment. It's going to be to the detriment of those who subscribe to that. Because you think that these people have your back or your protection or your security, and they don't. But you'll find out the hard way. And then once Trump is actually the president, as I believe he will be, because the president represents Pharaoh, and if all of this Israel and all of this stuff is based on biblical prophecy of the real chosen people, descendants of 400 years of slavery and affliction and bondage, then Pharaoh was a he. Pharaoh wasn't a she. The people that enslaved the children of Israel for 400 years, at the end of that 400-year time, it was a he that was ruling. It was a he that made the deal to let my people go. It was a he. It wasn't a she. So I don't believe that she's going to win for that reason and a few other reasons. But I'm not the best knower. But no shot that my leader and teacher, and then I following him, have called yet has been wrong. No shot has been wrong. Why not listen? Why would we even think that we gonna get something out of this system? Like, why do we believe that we can fix something from the inside when you only get 4 years at it? You only get 4 years. So whatever you do in 4 years, like, somebody ain't gonna come right behind you and erase it like they continue to do. So is this presidency and vice presidency seat really about change, or is it about your personal bag? This kind of change. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go for mine. You guaranteed to become a multi-millionaire if you get to sit in that seat. You only got 4 years. What you gonna change in 4 years? This institution and how it's set up, and been in place for 200 and some, or how many some years, and it's totally honeycombed with the good old boy mindset, the opposite of this systems. Man, knock it off. You're gonna get in there and change it from the inside. We powerful now. It's the sisterhood. We got Orange Man out of here. Yeah, right. Just like you got Barack in there, right? You think that you got Barack in there? You think you got uh, Clinton and everybody else? It's sad. It's sad that it's gonna have to go that way. And unfortunately, it's in America. It's about 2 million. It's more than 2 million black women than it is black men in America. Black men of North America versus the number of black women of North America. And by this, what I'm seeing in the mentality and the gassing up of the sisters on the wrong team, on the wrong side of the struggle, it's not going to be a shortage of black men compared to the number of black women pretty soon. I see something coming that's so terrible. I pray that it don't happen. I pray that we can avoid it. But that 2 million is going to be pretty much an equal amount of black males to black females pretty soon, for various reasons. It might be a shortage of black women after this, you know, because y'all think this is a joke. Y'all think this is a game. Y'all think that y'all protected by America, or I don't know who you think you're protected by. You think that almighty dollar and your status and your diploma and your job or your career in law enforcement or in judicial whatever of America, you think that's your power. You think that's going to save you from what's prophesied, from the wars and the rumors of wars and the famine and the pestilence, and the nations was angry. You know what I'm saying? And the filth of the daughters of Zion. You know, it's going. I mean, we already in it. So it's so much that I already see the deception. I'm easily, slowly pulling back and hammering the rest of my little ark, my little Noah's ark, because the more I get on here and say this type of stuff, it inflames the feelings and the emotions of people that disagree. I'm not inflamed. I don't vote. I don't care one way or the other, but I care about seeing you go down. I believe I got an ark. America is not my ark. America to me is the Titanic. America and its voting system and all the stuff that y'all believing in and trying to get on board with. I'm trying to get on board this big ship. We finna run this. We finna control. We finna be the pilot of this big ship. Yeah, it's the Titanic. Everybody that got sense is getting off of this. You bragging about I'm finna be behind the wheel. Yeah, we running this. We running this, girl. Yeah, running it right into the iceberg. Running it right into the iceberg. Instead of going with your own, going and get your own like you see that Israel did, why wouldn't you push for your own? Why wouldn't you get together and push for your own? I don't understand it. I mean, I do understand it, but it's just sad. It's just a sad state of affairs. It's a sad state of affairs. Um, People's asking about Project 25 and Trump. So I got a video. I can post it up. Trump said he don't know nothing about Project 25. He never seen it, never read it. You know, some of his contemporaries or people that was on his cabinet or whatever allegedly is responsible for that. But like Minister Farrakhan said, Trump has a work to do. Do y'all know from God? God has something for Trump to do to America and to us that won't let America go, that won't let these people go. Trump is going to be the president. Let me just say that again. Trump is going to be the president and he's going to do his work. So in that sense, I support Trump being the president. I'm not going to vote for him, but I support him being the president because the quicker that he gets into that seat, the quicker this will all be over with. Quicker that your water break and you start going into labor, quicker that you can get delivered. But you're going to go through the worst pain and the bloodiest mess that you ever seen. You didn't know that you was capable of. That's what, you know, what's the symbolism to this. 2020 Project 2025. We've been living a Project 2025 since 1555, since we've been here. Since when did we start getting scared of what? Well, you got about to get me of these people's agendas and plans. Haven't we been like roaches? Haven't we survived them all? Even until recently with the guy that you voted for that mandated this, that mandated made you and your children put Lord knows what. So, you know, Trump said 2025 and Kamala Harris said reparations. You know, politicians lie, right? We all see how much Trump lied, right? So Kamala Harris and Joe Biden ain't been lying. We say that y'all say that Trump is acist, right? With an R, acist with an R, right? What president before him in American history wasn't acist with an R and proved with their policies that there wasn't worse acists with an R? Can anybody put that in the comment and show me which president of these United Snakes was not a acist with an R and policies didn't prove it? That's just so childish. It's just so sad and childish, and it proves that we're not going to make it. And when I say we, those that believe that, that's your argument. Like, you know, the very ones that you voted for, record is so horrendous of being acist with an R. Like, it's just sad. It's damn near hopeless. It's damn near hopeless. It is damn near hopeless. So is Kamala Harris for our people? Is she our people? What's the proof? What should she have done by now to prove that she is for us or one of us? Was it pledge or sorority? Was that it? Was it date Montel Williams and Willie Brown? What has she done to prove that she's with us or she's one of us? With us, I'm more concerned to be with us. You ain't got to be one of us. Are you with us? Are you for us? How do you prove that you for us? I ain't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen that you're for somebody. I've seen for sure, based on your actions and your words, that you're for Israel. You're for the Jewish people, absolutely. You're for Israel. Not saying there's nothing wrong with being for Israel. If that's where your loyalty lies, that's who you married. So that's where your love is at. Okay, that's who you dedicated to. Just say that. But why are we so scared to press her? Why are we so scared to hold her accountable? We don't want to upset her. We want to be able to pick up the phone, call her, and she pick up the phone. Hey, Taraji. Hey, girl. Yeah, I'm out here in these streets. That's what we want. We just want access to a FaceTime. We want to be able to FaceTime, FaceTime her. That's our reparations. I got her on FaceTime. Hey, girl, I'm out here in these streets. That's my 40 acres and a mule. That's all my people need is for Taraji to be able to say, hey, you know, Miss VP, they pushing the wrong peas. Pride, uh, abortion, and something like what? Wow. So you pushing for Pride, Planned Parenthood, and Plan B. That is sad. And it's on BET. So now all of our children is looking at it. I got daughters and granddaughters. So now they're going to say, like, okay, so that's a good thing. So that's a natural thing. That's something, daddy, like, if you ain't with that, then you are HATER, pushing the wrong P's. They're trying to take away our rights to delete our innocent, holy, unborn offspring. Mm, mm, mm. So we don't believe in the Bible because according to the Bible that you swear in on as president, it say something about Sodom and Gomorrah or something like that. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? You know, I'm pushing the wrong P's apparently. Um, but is she with us? Are you with us? If you're with her, are you with us? If you're with her, are you with us? I'm not even talking about Trump. Like I told you, I don't vote, I don't support Trump, but I would support Trump because I know his work. I know the work that he has to do for the Lord, which has something to do with really with all of this coming down and everybody going free. You know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great is falling, for she has become the habitation of what? And a cage for every foul spirit and what kind of bird? I didn't write it. You claim to be the Christian. You the one got the cross on your neck when you twerking, talking about I like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this BET award that I got for twerking so well. Well, if you open the book, it kind of says about what Jesus feels about that type of activity. But I'm a. What do I know? What do I know? So Trump said that he saw, he said that somebody asked him was he for reparations, and he said it's an interesting debate. It's an interesting topic, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. That's what he said. Why don't he see it happening? Why can they see it happening for Israel, but they don't see it happening for us? What are we supposed to do to make him see it happen? What are we supposed to get together and do collectively as a united front, not trying to integrate into their thing and make him see it happen? Why we ain't did that? So it was a story that Minister Farrakhan told. He asked his teacher back in the day, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like, dear Holy Apostle, is there any value? I'm paraphrasing. Is there any value in the civil rights movement, which includes voting and all of that? And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, yeah, when it fails. Yeah, when it fails, as it is and as it has. Because this type of position, this exodus, this real separation and freedom, and this comes when all else fails. And to you, or not you, but those that believe in this system, all else ain't failed to you yet. You still holding on when Pharaoh already let you go. Moses and Aaron already showed up and said, "Let my people go," and they let us go. Now we ain't letting them go. So voting is valuable. Voting is valuable. Voting for a president is valuable. You know what the value is? When it fails. When it fails, as it has always done and as it will continue to do for us. It works for them, but for us, what do we have? What did we get from it? We just kind of keep chugging away, chipping away, the little voters that could. Cast that ballot. The little voters that could, the little melanated voters that could. Yes, we can. We did it, Joe. Keep hope alive. And I tell you. Oh, while you at it, if y'all hit the like button. I forgot I'm on YouTube. I'm talking like it's just me and you, like Kanye, but this is YouTube. Can y'all hit the like button, hit the little thumbs up button, and share this video, send it to somebody so y'all can have a conversation. It's a good conversation piece. And also in like a little description, go check out my website. I'm running a sale on this right now. This is ionic colloidal silver immune booster. This had, I can't make no claims. You can go on my website. If y'all know what ionic colloidal silver does and how strong colloidal silver is, go to westcoastcam.com. West Coast Cam, like me, westcoastcam.com, my website. And I'm running a sale on it in the stores. It's like $40 or something in the store. But I got it right now for $19 for a 4-ounce bottle. And it's a description and some peer review published literature on on the site on this product to let you know what it's about. I can't make no claims or whatever on YouTube, but you can feed your plants with it. It'll be real good for your plants. You know what I'm saying? But check that out, West Coast Cam. When you get a minute. I think you really would be impressed and amazed. That's kind of why your brother is able to, I guess, look like I look. The most, for those whatever. I don't that sound weird, but I'm 55. I'll be 55 in a couple of months, and this is what me and my family, rock with. But yeah. Give me your thoughts, man. I'm gonna try to read these comments too, but I do want to keep up the discussion. It's not a debate. I'm not voting. Me personally, I'm not voting. I don't believe in the system. But if I would vote, it would be for Trump, not because not because I think he's gonna save America. I think, he's gonna do the opposite. And I think that's what time it is. I think it's time that, like Martin Luther King said, that you let, he said, "I fear that I'm integrating my people into a burning house." And he said, we need to let it burn because this house has not been a home for us. It was great for the immigrants, the pilgrims, It wasn't great for the Native Americans. It wasn't great for the Mexicans. It wasn't great for the indigenous. It wasn't great for us. I mean, it was great, but it wasn't great. It was great as in the Great Depression. It was good as in the great, like what they call us overseas, the great Shaitan, So, yeah, he's going to make America great again. The great such and such is falling. Are y'all scared of that? Are y'all scared of this whole thing falling? Just think, we all have to pass away as individuals anyway, right? Why be scared? Why not want to live to see or participate or help usher in that new thing, that new life, that new experience? How much worse could it be? If for a male descendant of slaves, it makes perfect sense. That's why most of us are so militant and we so whatever, and we fill up the ranks of militant type military line organizations because we know life is hell for us. There is no romantic, there is no benefits, there is no advantages, there is no mercy, there's none of that for us. Our only pleasure is women, our women, because you can't really get to children and the innocence of our children unless we have a quality woman. So the only heaven for us is in our women, but now they're flipping our women and making our women disrespect us or not want us or say that they're better than us and they don't need us. Then this is all hell. This is all like, oh, you know. So I wouldn't want to be here. But that's why so many brothers is doing like this passport bros and turning, different directions. And because if our women don't want us and our women gave up on us and our women is accusing us night and day before our Lord, you know what I'm saying? Instead of recognizing these very people that you voted for are the ones who destroyed us, where do you think you're going to get support from? Where do you think you're going to get protection or blessings from your Lord from? If he said it's not good that man should be alone, so he created or he made woman as a companion, a helpmeet, you don't want to help. You don't want to be a helpmeet. You want the man to have all the meat already and help you like he works for you, instead of you supposed to actually help him. You're supposed to struggle with him. Struggle love. Struggle love. That is absolutely required. If you're not struggle loving, you're not really loving. I don't know you. I don't know what you with me for. I don't know what you would do if times get hard. Struggle love. Ain't nobody doing no struggle. That's why you ain't got nobody and you won't have nobody. And whoever you do got, you're not happy with them. They're not satisfying you. You looking at the front door. You looking somewhere else. Your eyes is wondering because you're not willing to struggle. You're not willing to help a black man or your black man. I'm not saying all of you. I'm talking about those that disagree with the Bible. Help him meet and overcome the obstacles in this life. How can you be happy? I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. Yeah, everybody just want to be happy. That's okay. That's a given. All right. But what you have to do to be happy in a world that's ruled and run by Satans or whatever, and acist with an R, Satans against your man. Your man and your brothers and your sons and your fathers is the target, is the main target of this enemy. They want to get rid of them so they can have the booty, which is you, the spoils, the pleasure, the tarts. Am I lying? I haven't cussed. I haven't called nobody out their name. I'm speaking from experience. You can't tell me life ain't hell for us. We're not pretty. We're not wanted in the dominant male society. We're not wanted. We're feared and despised and rejected, remember? That's what your Bible say about Pharaoh when the children, after the 400 years came and Moses and Aaron showed up. God sent Moses and Aaron and start changing the religion of the people, of the slaves. Then Pharaoh or the president and his chiefs, his joint chiefs of staff, his people said, the people are multiplying, the slaves is multiplying and waking up, and these two characters is giving them a different religion, and they turned against us. Come, let's deal wisely. Come, joint chiefs and advisors, let's deal wisely with them, for fear that in a time of war, they might join on to an enemy of ours and come against us for all the stuff that, they're being wakened up to that we have done against them. So the wise plan that Pharaoh or the president and his joint chiefs came up with is kill the males, slay the males. That's the Bible. Slay the males and spare and spoil the females. Slay the males of the slave people and spare and spoil the females. Is that not what has happened? Is that not 100% accurate? Only the wisest and only the most spiritually in tune of our sisters see that. And if the sisters that see that our blind sisters call them pick-me's. Pick-me's. You stupid. Yeah, you what? You a pick-me. A pick-me? What do you think you was created for as a woman? The bag? You think you was created for a bag? You think your mammary glands and your ovaries and all of that was created by God for a bag or a position in a pharaoh's government or a corporate job? Like, what do you think you was created for? Like, what do you think is going to give your nature and your life its greatest fulfillment, its greatest purpose? Some certificates on your wall, some trophies, some accolades, some titles, and vice president, Miss VP, or Miss President, Madam President. That's gonna fulfill your nature. That's your purpose. I was the president of Pharaoh's country. I was the vice president of Pharaoh's country. I was a mayor. Okay. That's just like saying the Hollywood Walk of Fame or something. What is the value of the Hollywood Walk of Fame or the Football Hall of Fame or the Basketball Hall of Fame if it's the Hall of our slave masters' fame? If it's the Hall of our slave masters' fame, right? Is that the book you want to be wrote in, or do you want to be wrote in some new book, like the Book of Life or the Book of, generations of prophets and freedom fighters or whatever, that fought against the beast, didn't join up with the beast and make peace and friend and love with the beast. They actually made war against the beast. So maybe I'm preaching too much. I'm acting like it's Sunday, but it's Monday. I'm a day late. But if y'all don't mind, hit the like button, share this video. Go to westcoastcam.com, westcoastcam.com, and check out ionic colloidal silver and what it does according to peer-reviewed published medical journals, not according to my word. It's a lot of stuff that's going on that I could touch on, but I can't do it on this page. But hopefully I provide some value and some good company to y'all. I wanted to read the comments, but I know if I do, I'm gonna get all the way distracted. I'm gonna be here for 2 more hours, and I don't want to waste y'all time and give y'all the wrong energy. But yeah, vote if you want to vote for her, vote for her. Do your thizzle, do your thug thizzle. My job is just to deliver the message beforehand, like I've been doing for years, and it always comes true. You know what I'm saying? My job is just to deliver the message clearly, plainly, concise, potent, stand on my testicles, and get your blood off of my hands. Get your blood off of my hands. Because so many, where I wish it was somebody that I was talking to, because I don't like making blanket statements. But like I said, I see the gender feud coming. I see the melanated gender feud coming into full swing, full blown. And if we would have given our baby daddies, our children's fathers, the same action or second chance that we gave Biden and Kamala Harris, we might not even be on the internet right now. We might be enjoying our family. But the fact that we would vote for somebody with the history of Joe Biden against your men and sons and brothers and fathers to rule you, run out and campaign and vote for him to rule you and your people for 4 years. And when you say, well, do you know what he did? Well, give him a second chance. Everybody deserves a second. You didn't give your baby daddy a second chance. Your baby daddy has way more of a right to have authority to rule you and his child or his children than Joe Biden do. Why would you vote for Joe Biden instead of getting back with your child's father, no matter what he did? Whatever your child's father did, most likely, is not as bad as what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did to us. Or am I tripping? You going too far? I was with you, Cam, until you said that. I don't know, man. I don't. It ain't about feelings. It's about proving logical arguments and principles. Logical principles. But we call logical principles and receipts HATE because we HATE logical arguments and principles and facts and truth. When you HATE truth, you know what I'm saying? It's not the truth or the truth teller that's the HATER. It's the person that don't like hearing the truth. So that's all. It can be proven in no limited time. But westcoastkam.com, if y'all don't mind, and like I say, if y'all don't mind hitting the like button and start driving this little algorithm business up. I'm gonna be on here every day. I've been on here for a few days. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna go back and forth on different topics. I'm gonna get on this topic of these entertainers. Y'all seen some of my posts of the issue I have with Snoop Dogg. That's my bro. We got 30 years history, but the strip club business and some other little business, I'm not with that at all. Why just him? Because I know him. Because we got to clean up our own yard before we start looking at somebody else's yard. I'm also got some issues or whatever, or some stuff I want to talk about regarding Ice Cube and a lot of people who started out strong, but we're not hearing from them when we need to hear from them on certain issues. So I may as well use my voice. Ain't nobody else speaking up. I don't know what kind of deals that we got and what kind of contractual. You can't say nothing disparaging and just non-disclosure, non-whatever clauses, all this old deals with the devil. I'm not with that. I don't got that. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak. Because I got to get the blood off my hands. That's all I'm telling you. You can call it what you want. I have to get the blood off my hands. I already proved who I'm with, who I believe in, what I stand on for the last 34 years. So do I look stressed out? Do I, if these people are so rich and famous and better than me, why they don't look better than me? Why they don't sound better than me, right? Why they families or whatever is not in better shape than mine? Like, what do y'all say success is? What is success to you? You successful if you're on our slave masters media, that means you're successful? Or are you successful if you actually have the gift or the heaven of a strong, beautiful, conscious, God-fearing, God-believing Black woman as a wife and a Black family that's God-fearing and God-centered? Ain't nothing, nobody got nothing above me. None of these celebrities is richer than me. None of these celebrities is more wealthier than me. That's a fact. And I'm free, and I can say what I want to say, and I ain't got to worry about getting fired. All you can do is shut a page down. All right, you ain't gonna stop me talking. You ain't gonna stop my movement. I'm one of the wealthiest people I know. And I don't got really no money. I got a cash app up there, right? So that means I'm poor. Well, we got a lot to learn. You better go look at Steve Jobs and what Steve Jobs' last words was. But listen to Mike Tyson and see what he said about those who think money is success or money is happiness. You ain't never had no money then. So I'm just speaking y'all's language. I really am for y'all, not like Kamala Harris, not like us. They not like us. I proved who I'm for. I proved who I'm with. I proved who I am. I'm one of us. I'm for us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like us. I don't switch. I ain't switched. You ain't seen me jungle fevering or swirling or passport growing or none of that. You ain't seen no smut. You ain't seen no scandal. You ain't seen nothing with me. And so that means what? That means you fell off? Nah, I mean, there's a such thing as being censored. Remember, it's a such thing as being canceled, right? It's cancel culture. I was the original cancel culture 30 years ago. I've been canceled for 30 years. And thanks to Steve Jobs and the internet, that brought a lot of us back to to the screen or to the mic or whatever. So I love it. So I appreciate any little donations, any little tools and fews that you ever gave or you give or God put on your heart to give for Brother Cam and keep me talking and keep me representing real melanated people and manhood and womanhood, sisterhood and brotherhood. Mark Goggins, thank you, Big Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah. Is that begging? Is that begging? Is Cash App and Super Chat, is that begging? What did they do in Kamala Harris? They said she just got 50 million or some dollars since she announced whatever. Did she work for it? Who did she get it from? Did she get it from black women, black people? Like, what did she do to earn that new $50 million or that 300 million that she was sitting on? Did she work for it? Like, what did she do differently than what I'm doing? What type of value or content or stance or stand has she had a record of that she's worth $50 million in a couple of days and I'm not, you know. But the Lord got my reward. I ain't no spooky dude, spooky religious dude, but the hearts of my people, the love of my people, y'all is, who keep me alive and who have kept me alive. Not no celebrities. Celebrities left me for dead. All my celebrity peers. All of my celebrity peers that left me for dead. Some of them seen, felt bad about it and did something later on or whatever, but all in all of them, your favorite ones that I never left them for dead. Whenever they needed something and called me, I did it. I delivered above and beyond. But when it comes to what we need and when we need, it's already hard enough as a man to ask another man, for help. But if you being censored and you being starved and sanctioned by the real enemy and they know it, but then that same enemy told them don't help him and leave him alone. And if we find out you help him, then we're gonna do this to you. And hey, I appreciate whatever tools and fuse come from us. So I don't relate to the celebrities. I don't relate to Hollywood. I relate to y'all. I relate to us. I'm just like a mouthpiece that probably say the same thing y'all say at home in the living room, at the barber shop, or in a restaurant. All the stuff that you say once you get off of work that you can't say while you at work. That's me. That's me. I'll say it. I just got to be careful. I can't really say it on this page because this is my bro's page, and I want to blow his stuff up and get him struck, get his page struck. So hopefully, I ain't said nothing that violates nothing. But I'm gonna keep it up. Thank you, Floyd X. Much love. All of that's like $1,000 or $100,000 to me because we know we all struggling. We know we ain't getting no money. We know this economy is worse than ever. And food prices and gas prices, electricity prices, rent prices is through the roof. We normal people, like what I'm saying, struggling in this satanic little system. So any little twos and fews, fives and tens and twos and ones, I know it's coming from a stronger place than people that got millions and hundreds of millions and won't put up nothing. They won't put up nothing. So it's okay. It's on record. And I love y'all for it. Y'all the one that I do this for. It's terrible. It's a waste of life if you just doing stuff for yourself. You just living for yourself. Damn. That's lonely. That's lonely as hell. That's selfish and lonely as hell. You living for yourself. It's all about me. Nah, I've been a we since I was 4 years old. Everything I did was for more than just me. I don't know how to even be an individual. I'm a we. So I'm always thinking and acting and speaking for somebody other than just me. That's what a family is about. Family ain't no individual. Family is a unit, and that's what proves that you're going to be successful or you can be successful in business. If you can hold a family together and grow a family, that's the first business. That's the first order of business, family business. And based on how successful you are and dealing with the personality, different people's personalities, different people's issues, different people's dissatisfaction with your authority, or you dissatisfied with their authority, that prepares you for real life. That prepares you for rulership. Just think at our age, just people half our age ruling whole countries. Ruling whole countries. We ain't ruling that. We can't even rule our household. And now we rule our household, we call misogynistic or something, or toxic man. Like, damn, we just ain't got no natural rights to manhood whatsoever. So I ain't with that. I'm exodus from all of that. I represent manhood. I represent husbandhood. I represent brotherhood, husbandhood. I've been a husband since 95, 1995. So I live it. I live it. Right? I don't look all stressed out. I got wrinkles in some bags. I got some Louis Vuitton bags now. All this is gray if I let it grow, but I'm in pretty good shape. I still know how to tumble and flip, do gymnastics and all of that. I still got all my original teeth, no fake teeth, no fake body parts, no fake hairline. If this low tide ain't coming back, hey, I had one when I needed it. I had it when I needed it. It served its purpose. I age. I ain't mad about. I ain't ashamed about aging. Age gracefully. I'm not trying to compete with no children, no teenagers. I'm not trying to rap and do rap concerts for teenagers. I'm trying to talk to my people, my generation, and if it's wise, beyond if it's children or youngsters that's wise enough or interested enough or whatever in the wisdom of elders, and something there for them too. But I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to people my age. I got to warn and be a messenger and a warner and a witness to people my age. We the ones dropped the ball. Our age, our generation. We sold our people out. We sold our youth out. That's why they so out of control. That's why they doing all the stuff that we disagree with. We scared of them because we sold them out. We punked out. We 304'd them out. So, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, staying up with me and paying me attention. That's the best pay. Not pay me money, pay me attention. Pay, some form of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because your attention is a form of respect. Because once you hear something that that's vital, you can't unhear it. So my job is well done. So I appreciate y'all even tuning in this long. Hopefully you can feel my spirit or energy. Something, if you feel, we pretty good judges of character or discernment. You can feel if I'm on some BS, some scamming. What's up with you? He a Trump supporter. I already told you, what he was with that. I support the. About to make me blow this page. I support the fall of Babylon. Put it that way. I support the fall of Babylon, and I support hurry up and putting the emperor or the pharaoh on the throne so we can hurry up and get it over with. So Project 2025 with Trump and his people is, they say that it's a revamp, even though Trump say he don't know nothing about it and he ain't got nothing to do with it. But we know that's a lie. Just like what Kamala Harris and Biden is talking about, that's a lie. She know about reparations and she just ain't doing that. And we know they are liars. But when Trump gets in office and they do start implementing that 2025, Project 2025, that's exactly what God wanted you to do. To dismantle this whole thing, to make war, to make family feud with his big brother, Hatfields and the McCoys, to go against his deep state big brothers, George Soros and company, and all the rest of those people, because Trump wants to be king. Trump is tired of sitting in the background and just being a businessman. He knows all these people is puppets and mannequins and was all for sale, bought and sold, because he bought and sold some of them. He's been an independent billionaire for God knows how long. He's been in politics. You couldn't even put casinos up around America and overseas unless you was, you know, business is warfare. Unless you had connections with presidents and prime ministers and rulers and kings. So he's seen the game. He peeped the weakness in the politic game and sold it, like Tupac said. So I'm gonna run for president. I'm tired of just funding and lobbying and funding and buying these little 304 senators and governors and president. I'm tired of that. I'm gonna be that now. I'm gonna be the king. Give me that. And I'm gonna change up all of these little systems. I'm gonna get all these little people out of place because, like I told you, he already know it's only 4 years. You only got 4 years to do what you're gonna do. So whatever you do, you got to do it hard. You know what I'm saying? Like the Godfather, we got to hit him now while we got the muscle. We got 4 years. You know, you've seen they trying to delete you already before you even get to the first year. So you think he ain't on some full dismantle mode? You think Trump ain't on full dismantle mode? And this system should be dismantled. He got his own personal, prideful reasons for wanting to do it, but God know how to use people's pride and ambitions for his own purpose. Yeah, I got to give you some pride. I got to give you some, you know, macho whatever for you to keep going. For you to bump heads with all these top billionaires and these top deep state shadow government figures, that you're gonna have to go against and you're gonna have to expose. They're gonna be exposing each other. We can't do it. Ain't no Black Cornel West or Kamala Harris or Obama. Like one person, 2 melanated people ain't gonna do nothing. You was a mannequin. You was out in front of Macy's with a suit on. Like nigga, you a mannequin. You ain't finna do nothing. Oh yeah, she gonna be empowered. Kamala Harris is running. We running things. Yeah, I ain't running a dang thing. But your mouth. So once he get in there, like he know he gonna really make cast out his fellow Beelzebubs. When Beelzebub cast out Beelzebub, how then will they kingdom stand? So that's why I want Trump to win. Do I support Trump? No. The definition of support means to fund or to pay or like how the hell do I support Trump? No, I support truth. I support prophecy. I support data. So when I put the prophecy out there and I line it up and show you my logic and show you my reasoning, you can say whatever you want. Well, still, so what? It's Kamala all day. All right. We'll see. Just like we seen all this other time. Like you been throwing your foot in your mouth, just like we seen with the Fauci juice and all that. We'll see. But you won't be able to say you wasn't warned. Won't be able to say you wasn't informed. So it's just sad. Pride goeth before destruction. Pride leads to destruction. And a haughty, arrogant spirit, I don't know, before a fall. In the age of social media, the more famous and prominent that we get, especially if the enemy is the one that made us famous and prominent, the more humiliating your public fall will be. Everybody with a name. If you got your name from Satan, you got your fame from Satan, I promise you, you're going to fall publicly and be humiliated to such point that people are wanting to delete themselves. That's how bad the humiliation, the public shame and embarrassment and humiliation is. Or the regret. Or finding yourself a multi-millionaire one day and then finding yourself in the penitentiary on the such and such yard. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be on this. You're gonna be on self-deletion watch. Some people is on self-deletion watch and ain't even hit the yard, ain't even hit the penitentiary yet, because they own self-accusing spirit, their own conscience. They can't live with themselves because of the betrayal that they know they've done to themselves and to their people. They can't look themselves in the mirror. They can't look nobody in the eyes. Mine is the opposite. I got to look you in your eyes, and I got to see you look, let you see, me looking in yours, and you looking in mine. The window to the soul. You can tell if it's a price tag. The eyes is the window to the soul. A lot of they behind their eyes, it's like real estate. It say sold. It's a sold sign in their eyes. They don't want you to see. They're gonna keep sunglasses on or something, or they just gonna not ever let you, get close to them so you can see that sold sign in their eyes. So it's all love, it's all blessings, man. Thank y'all. Like I say, hit the westcoastcam.com, westcoastcam.com. I'm running a sale on ionic colloidal silver right now. This sale's in the store for like $40. I got it on sale for $19 right now, westcoastcam.com. And you do your research on it. I can't speak on it on this YouTube streets, on these YouTube streets. But on that note, man, I love y'all, and we'll be back at it, God willing, tomorrow. Share this live, hit the thumbs up if y'all don't mind. Campaign podcast, peace and blessings.